Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to tell you a secret that will make you question everything you know about hard work. The truth is, your effort might be the very thing that is actually destroying your business. You see, most entrepreneurs think that they're building a legacy, and rightfully so, like they have all the right to do so, but just because you think about it doesn't mean that that's gonna happen. You know, sometimes they think that they're building something as solid and paramount as, marble. But the truth is, you're not. The truth is, you're carrying a block of ice in the middle of desert, and it's melting every single second, whether you move or not. And I understand that the world has changed, the raw, relentless urgency that used to build empires has vanished. It's not here anymore. It's all gone. We've been sold a lie. The idea of sustainable business right from the get-go. But listen, you cannot sustain what you have not built. And another thing is that we're living in an age of entrepreneur paralysis. Like every single one of us, especially those who want to call themselves entrepreneurs, like you and I. Most of us spend 80% of our time, trapped into what-if scenario. And the other 20%, we're wondering why we're not getting any results. Like, why am I still here despite all the ideas that I have that I haven't even worked on it? And I kind of like, trying to analyze the whole thing to see if it's going to be sustainable or not. You get the picture? We're like children blaming the sun for, melting our ice cream. Like, time to grow up, people. I mean, imagine if I handed you a block of ice, right? And said, this is your business and it will melt by midnight. Your job isn't to stop the melting. Is to get it to the destination before it disappears. That's the game. That's literally the game that we're all in, but most of us are not even aware of it. Every minute you hesitate, you lose a piece of your future. You feel like you got all the time on the world because you're in your 20s and, supposedly you're going to live until the next 80 years, but who knows, right? What is certain is that you got right now, right here. That's all you got. That's for certain. That you have today, right now. And you're not, because the tomorrow is not even guaranteed. And so every decision you delay is going to be, a crack into the foundation that you're trying to build right now. What I realize is that winners in this game, they aren't, the most smartest or, the most reckless. What I realize is that they just gave a profound respect to the melt. They understand that the market rewards motion, not meditation. They act while, individual like you and I are actually drafting our 17th business plan. Like, come on, people. We've all been there, right? We've all been there. You guys know what I'm saying. So the bottom line is you don't need another strategy or, a better idea or a more revolutionary idea. The only thing you need is a deadline that you can feel in your bones. See, if every single one of us knew that next week we all gonna die, our decision and our execution gonna change tremendously. Every single second and moment gonna count because we know that we only got 1 week on this planet. And that's when we give a profound respect to the melt, to every single second that block of ice is melting. And we understand that, okay, the objective is not to stop it from melting, because whether you like it or not, whether you move or not, the time gonna go by, the time gonna pass. Your goal is to get it to the destination before you finish this game, which is gonna be this life. We need to understand that momentum isn't born from thoughts. It is born from action. When you take action, that's the very moment when the momentum is actually being created. So I'll ask you again, if your business or whatever you're trying to work on right now is going to melt into a puddle by midnight, what would you do right now? What call would you make right now? What decision would you finally stop avoiding? Unfortunately, it took me a long time to get this, but I'm glad that I finally understood it. That urgency is not pressure, it's actually clarity. It's the very thing that separates individuals who actually take action, who actually, get something done, and individuals who, get stuck in the wood of what if scenarios and what could have been. But there is also a dark side to urgency. So now the question is, how do you know if you're acting on purpose or you're just panicking? That's going to be a topic of the next video, because in my next video, I'm going to show you the one question that separates productive urgency from destructive anxiety. And yeah, you don't want to miss it.